What's up everyone, it's Q from Retro Q Gaming. Excuse the voice, I'm a little bit under the weather today. But it's time to talk about Star Wars Battlefront 2, aka Star Wars Battlefield 2. So we all know there's a huge, big loot box microtransaction thing going on around specifically Star Wars Battlefield 2, as well as a couple of other games. But this is one of the more featured and prominent ones in the issue and the issues within the industry, and how the state of modern gaming is just degrading over and over and over, worse and worse and worse. And then lately we've seen the whole thing that when you buy the game, all of the heroes are locked, and some of them take up to 60,000 credits to buy. Credits are earned at roughly 250 per match, excluding the bonuses and the challenges you complete and all. But basically, once you get the first ones of those out of the way, you're stuck grinding at 250 a match. And yes, I'm aware of the big campaign bonus, which will all factor into this, and we'll get into more detail now in a minute. But it's come out that EA have announced that they're actually dropping, or at this point they actually have dropped, the cost for the heroes. Now they've slashed the hero price by 75%. So this is dropping top tier characters that used to cost 60,000 down to 15,000. So that sounds good, right? That sounds like they're listening or whatever. But I have a different theory and a different take on this whole situation. So with the reduction in cost of credits for heroes by 75%, again, I've said it before, some of them dropping from 60,000 all the way down to 15,000. There were lower cost ones which have also been slashed by 75%, but you get my point. They've actually rebalanced a lot of the earnings and all too. Now, the most notable one that many people are talking about, of course, is the bonus for completing the campaign. Previously, you'd get 20,000 credits for completing the campaign. That has also been slashed by 75%. So now you get 5,000 credits just for completing the campaign, which makes sense to a degree. But the bit that I feel is being completely overlooked is that, from what I can understand, only the heroes' prices have been dropped. The regular microtransactions or loot boxes, because apparently you can buy loot boxes with the credits anyway, apparently those have stayed the same price and have not been slashed by 75%. If they have, I couldn't find it anywhere. Again, I don't play Star Wars Battlefield 2 because I don't buy EA games because they're a fucking shit company. But for all intents and purposes, all I could find was that the initial completion reward was slashed by 75%, the heroes were slashed by 75%, and here is, well, actually, there's one more thing. The price of the regular loot boxes has not been slashed by 75%. And here's the big thing. Apparently, the credits earned per match has also been slashed. Now, I don't know if it's slashed by 75% because I'm seeing wildly varying numbers. But overall, the higher end totals you get from finishing a match, which used to be around 250 credits, has now significantly dropped. Which is definitely something to factor in when you consider the loot box aspect of it. You're essentially getting less. Now, this only comes to the loot box side of it, of course, not the heroes. But essentially, you're getting less, but still having to spend the same amount technically. So the grind for loot boxes has increased. Because once you get those heroes, which used to cost, I believe it was equated to 40 hours of in-game playtime just to unlock one of the 60,000 characters, obviously has been dropped considerably, but it's still not 40 hours, but apparently it's still a significant amount. Whereas you're still looking to, if you're looking to buy loot boxes, your grind for those is now bigger. Because let's face it, once you get those characters out of the way, you just only have left to grind for loot boxes. But believe it or not, everything I've said in this video so far is still not the original point of this video. This is all kind of cursory information to give you a general frame of reference for everything I'm about to say. What if EA planned and played this? What if EA planned this whole situation and played everyone? The main reason I want to say about that is that when gamers, not specifically gamers I should say, but games reviewers, you know, that joke of a profession that is absolutely laughable, when they played all their review copies, the characters that were previously 60,000 had been 10,000. Now, it's unconfirmed if every character was 10,000 to unlock, which is still cheaper than the full game, and it's only cheaper than some of them after the slashing. But these characters were 10,000 apiece, and a lot of the reviews don't reflect the grind needed. But some of them have addressed it, and some of them have added it to their reviews that, oh, when we played this character was 10,000 to unlock instead of 60,000, and we have a little addendum to it. But the big thing I want to look at it is EA increased this from the reviews, from the pre-release reviews, from 10,000 to 60,000 in the case of the higher end character. And I think they did it in the sense that, okay, going into releasing this, we know we're going to get fucking destroyed for this. We're already getting fucking destroyed for these microtransactions and loot boxes. Let's massively increase the amount they cost just so we can slash them and look like we're listening, but still cost more than they originally were. Because these 60,000 credit characters, when they're slashed by 75% like they just were, I believe it was last night or maybe yesterday, they're down to 15,000. Still a 50% increase over the original price of these characters. And not only that, they have also slashed your credit gain. So these characters are still costing 50% more and you're earning less. That's my whole take on the situation, because it still looks like a positive move. Granted, when you look at the whole thing with the Reddit post, I think there are over 400,000 negative downvotes at this point. So that's pretty crazy. It's the biggest and most downvoted post in Reddit history. But think of it this way. EA come out and put out a product, and they look like they're trying to abuse the gamer, and then the gamer complains, they shout, they fight back, they do whatever, and then EA say, oh, you know, we're listening to our fans, we're improving the game experience to our fans, we're going to drop this by 75%, and it makes them look better, it makes them look like they care, which obviously they don't, they're EA. And again, it goes back to, even after the price slash, they still cost 50% more credits than the original price of those characters, and you're earning less, so the grind for them becomes longer than was initially planned. Now, I don't know how many people are even going to change their opinion on buying the game after the price slash, or if they changed their mind already, or if they've gone from not buying it, or, you know, reselling it or refunding it or whatever, to coming back and actually buying the game and playing it. I don't know how many people are going to do that. To be honest, I'd say a lot of the people that were upset with the credit thing are probably generally smart consumers. But then again, there's a fuckload of hypocrisy in gaming, where people will bitch about loot boxes, people will bitch about unbalanced games just to sell loot boxes, and then they'll go continue to buy the games, and they'll go continue to buy the loot boxes, or they'll buy the games and just say, oh, just ignore them. It doesn't work that way. By buying the game, you're still saying to the company that it's okay for them to balance a game unfairly to promote a shitty practice, and you're still going to give them the initial $60, €70, €75, whatever the game is. So that's my hot take on the situation. Again, I completely hate EA, you already know that, and it doesn't surprise me if they would do something like this. And I believe that they would do something like this just to kind of garner a little bit of positivity, because especially within the last couple of months, EA have been really, really hurting on positive publicity. Between the Visceral shutdown, everyone worried about Respawn and the future of Titanfall, Need for Speed and Star Wars Battlefront. Yeah, you get the idea. So that's it. Let me know in the comments section below, guys, what you think about the whole situation with the whole credits thing. If you think my weird paranoia take on it, remember, it's not paranoia if they are out to get you. Do you think it's something that they would do? Do you think that's why they did it? Do you think this is the initial plan, or do you think that they're still trying to fuck the consumer over? Because let's face it, they are. So let me know all that good stuff, as well as if I had any inaccuracies in the video, because like I did say during this, there are a couple of points I couldn't find 100% solid info on, like say the cost of loot boxes for credits, etc., the exact post-slashing credit gain, because those ones seem to be fairly hard to find and kind of wild unless you're specifically playing the game yourself, which I am not, because I don't buy EA games, because fuck EA. Anyway guys, let me know all of that good stuff in the comments section below. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Thank you for watching, and remember to continue to say fuck EA.